Hey, what's up everybody? It's Justin from Liberty Lumber Products. I wanted to share another build with you. We had a vendor of ours at Liberty Fence, which is also here on the property in Coventry, Rhode Island, reach out to us about a special build. So Stevens Pipe and Steel is one of our vendors. We've been doing business with them for about 15 years. Martin Beach reached out to me, which is my salesman, and he basically wanted us to build something really cool for him. He lives in Kentucky. He's got a boat and he puts it in Cumberland Lake, and he said, you know what, I'd love a piece of wall art, so we're actually going to be working on that project for him.
Sean here with Liberty Lumber, and I'm excited to share this week's build with you all. First thing we did was mill pieces of black walnut and did a glue up. Once the glue is set, we place it on our Wood Miser slab flattener to flatten one side. Now that one side is perfectly flat, we run it through the planer to make sure that both sides are equally flat. The best part of this week's build is it was our first time filming a video on an actual camera. All our past videos were filmed using our cell phones, and we were super excited to be able to upgrade our equipment for the channel. So we had the camera for about 4 days, and while we were filming the planing of the board, the camera actually toppled over and cracked.
Bruh.
But thankfully there are warranties, and we were able to get a new one and continue the build. So now that the board is flat on both sides, we're going to bring it over to the CNC machine to carve out the design. We recently purchased the Phantom CNC. Honestly, can't wait to further explore all the things we can actually achieve with this machine. So if you're looking for a completely custom project, whether it's a sign, furniture, a cool piece of art, Liberty Lumber Products is happy to work alongside you to make your dream a reality. Support the channel is like, subscribe, and click that bell to be updated on all our future uploads. We also want to announce that now until October 12th, if you subscribe to our channel, you'll be entered to win a fully custom coffee table. The winner will be able to choose between an all hardwood or epoxy river coffee table with custom legs. Here's all the finished pieces all cut out on the CNC. Now that it's cut out, we're going to pour the epoxy. We use Wisebond epoxy with eye candy pigments. We start with Zephyr Blue for the lake portion. So we mix it up and pour into the design. And we also want to use a small stick, and we push the epoxy into all the nooks and crannies to avoid air bubbles. Next, we're using gold to fill in the compass portion. And finally, we're using Samurai Black, which is a black pigment with hints of silver for the lettering. Using that same technique of pushing the epoxy into all the corners. We used tabletop epoxy to fill in the design so that the next day we were able to start the finishing process.
the next day.
Now that the epoxy is cured, we're going to take it to the wood shop and cut it to size. The client wanted 36 inches wide by 24 inches high. Normally we would run it through the planer to knock off the overflow of epoxy, but because of the depth of the design, we didn't want to risk ripping out chunks of epoxy. So that means
It's time for